What's going on, guys? Roger here with QVO Tactical. In today's video, we are shooting a rifle that we first saw earlier this year in January at SHOT Show. This gun was recently sent out to us, and with perfect timing, as we are kind of on a short stroke gas piston kick as of late. So what gun am I referring to? Well, it's the new IWI Carmel rifle. Now, as always, I like to tell you guys how I go about getting these products in for review. Through mutual friends in the industry, we were able to touch base with the team over at IWI during SHOT Show. They let us know about these rifles and when they were being released this month, and they sent us one for us to use in this video and for future content. This rifle was sent to us free of charge and is ours to keep, so please keep that in mind as you watch this video. Now, if you're interested in the specs and the features of this rifle and how we have it set up, make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video, as we are going to break it all down right there for you in studio. Without further ado though, let's move into the range footage. As always, we recorded our first round through the gun, so here's that footage now. All right, guys, out here on the range with the IWI Carmel, a rifle we have been waiting to shoot since SHOT Show. Got some 55 grain, 223, and let's see how she does. First rounds, here we go. That feels good. So very balanced, very minimal recoil, and non-reciprocating charging handle. And I'll have to zero this optic. It's hitting super high left. We'll get it zeroed here in a bit after the first rounds. But like, the gun just stays flat. There's very minimal movement in regards to where my optic is when I'm shooting. Let's go look at the group over here. As my magnet is sticking from my mic. There we go. So here's the grouping. I'm aiming here, so definitely gonna have to get this thing zeroed. We'll move it over before we zero out at 50. But yeah, very soft shooting, very flat shooting, and like I said, balanced weight. We'll see how it does, the suppressor here and the adjustable gas block and all. But liking it so far out of the first, I don't know, 10, 15 rounds. But lots more to come, and I'll have Gil hop up here, get his first round, see what he thinks. All right, we got Gil up now, his first rounds for the IWI Carmel. Go for it, bud. Nice 3 o'clock ejection pattern. That thing doesn't move, man.
Man, to me, like you said, very pleasant to shoot. It's super soft. Like, you're just able to track the target super easy, man. I'm digging this.
All right, guys, now I want to get some first rounds with the new Griffin Armament M4 SDL. This is their new can that just came out. I have it for 5.56, and it uses their awesome gate lock mounting system, which you'll see here in studio in a bit when we go over all of the specs on this setup. But I just want to see how it does suppressed. Again, this is only 55 grain, but it is a 16-inch barrel, so we should get pretty good sound suppression. I have not tuned the gas block, left it where it was set from factory, so we'll see how the ejection pattern is here. Here we go. Oh man, it's still super soft. And you guys know I'm a fan of 2-stage triggers. The fact that they're shipping it out with their 2-stage trigger is pretty awesome. I'll go over it in depth in a little bit, but very nice take up, goes to a nice prominent wall. You know when it's gonna break, reset, audible, tactile, you can hear it, you can feel it, and it just goes. All right, Gil, try it out suppressed. Griffin M4 SDL.
Yeah, man, that feels nice. So the recoil super smooth. Digging that can. And the trigger, like you said, is so easy to work with.
Now, I always prefer shooting suppressed over unsuppressed. However, it was nice to see that the Carmel rifle is still extremely smooth and flat with or without your suppressor attached. All right, now that our first rounds are out of the way, I wanted to get a proper 50-yard zero with the Carmel rifle and the Primary Arms SLX Prism optic. All right, guys, now we're gonna see how accurate she is. We're using the Primary Arms, their Prism, their SLX Prism 1X, and then I do have the magnifier in the back. Unity Tactical just came out with their fast riser and fast mount for both the optic and the magnifier, so I picked those up and we're running those here. I think we should be on paper at least at 50. We're gonna see how we do first 5 rounds for zero, and here we go. All right, so we made it on paper. Looks like I got 2 flyers here, but I do have a nice tight group here with the other 3. So I'll adjust from here, see how close we can get here. All right, so we need to come 6 inches down. These are 1 MOA increments, so 1 MOA at 50 yards is gonna be ½ inch per increment. So 6 divided by half, or 6 times 2 is gonna give me 12. So 12 clicks down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we need to go 2 clicks, or 2 inches right, which is going to be 4 clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's shoot another group, see where we're at. All right, so for those of you wondering how accurate she is, well, these are actually my 2 flyers here because the other 3 rounds are sitting here touching in this ½ inch group. So the IWI Carmel is definitely accurate. I'm picky, so I am gonna mess with it. Just probably 1 click right, 1 click up, and then we'll be good to go. All right, I made my little minor adjustments. I went 1 more click right, 1 click back up. I got a target out there. It's a C-zone steel. You can kind of see it. Can you zoom in there, Gil? Can you pick that up or no?
Yeah, I can get it.
Cool, so that's about 165 yards away. It's 164 to be exact from this spot. I'm just gonna confirm on that thing, see how we're doing, and then we can get on with this range day. Here we go. Hey-oh. Got the one to the left here, which is at 60 yards. That should be on because we zeroed at 50. Let's go back to 165. All day. All right, we're ready. Now, when I posted this rifle on Instagram, there were a few questions and comments in regards to accuracy. I'm very happy with the grouping that we were able to establish at 50 yards. Those 3 rounds were grouped at less than ½ an inch, almost 1/4 inch actually, and I think that we can all agree that this is the type of accuracy that you want out of your rifle. Now, this rifle comes with an out-of-the-box 2-stage trigger. You all know that I prefer 2-stage triggers. While we were out on the range, I wanted to run a couple of build drills just to give Gil and I the opportunity to get better familiar with this trigger.
Ready.
Total time of 1.39. 6 shots, best split 0.15, and the first shot 0.59.
Let's go again.
Ready.
Total time 1.3, 6 shots, best split 0.15, first shot 0.51.
What was the total time?
1.3.
All right, let's go again.
Ready.
Total time 1.3, 6 shots, best split 0.14, first shot 0.56.
Ready.
6 shots total for a 168. Best split was a 0.14. First shot was a 7.9, man. That's quick. Let's go again.
Ready.
A little bit of break in the cadence. Still got a 174. Best split was a 12 there. First shot 7.8. Last one, here we go.
Ready.
Nice, 154. First shot was an 8.2. Best split was a 12. All right, guys, so when we're doing the build drills, it gives us an opportunity to get really familiar with the trigger. I'm liking the trigger that comes in this IWI Carmel. It's a 2-stage trigger, but there's your prep right there. Nice predominant wall. You can feel you're there, you're at the wall, and a little bit more press, and the gun cycles, there you go. Reset, you can feel it, it's tactile, it's audible, you can hear it as well, but it's nice. Get right to that wall, press, press. So I really dig it. It's very easy to understand and know when the trigger is at the wall, know when it's going to break, know where the reset is to get back on that break. So I'm definitely liking it. It's nice to have a gun come with an out-of-the-box nice trigger. It's not super light like an SSAE like from Geisley, but it's definitely a trigger that I would use for duty use, I guess, is for lack of a better term, just because it's light enough that you can get off quick shots if you need them, like But at the same time, it's not so light that if you are zoomed in and trying to take a precision shot, you're not going to give it, you know, a little more pressure than you thought and end up NDing. It's just the right amount of weight. It's probably, I want to say it's probably around like 4.5 pounds. We'll put on the trigger gauge in studio, but that's where my guess is. If you're curious about how we filmed this portion of the video with our shot times overlaid onto our footage, I'll explain it for you. We are using the SG shot timer from Shooters Global. This is a new timer that has come to market and easily has some of the coolest features that I've seen in a shot timer to date. We have a full video coming out on this product very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. But in short, guys, the shot timer syncs up with your smartphone and allows you to video record through your phone while having all of your split times and shot times overlaid directly onto your footage. It is a really cool tool that allows us to show our hits and speed in real time. Now, I also wanted to incorporate a drill using our steel targets out at distance. The drill you're about to see gave us an opportunity to experience target transitions in regards to the weight and balance of the rifle, as well as using the primary arms prism optic and magnifier combo. You'll notice that we equipped the Unity Tactical Fast Riser mounts. This is definitely my preferred way to go in regards to getting that optimal optic height. All right, guys, set up a drill here. We're going to, on the buzzer, come up, fire 2 rounds on paper, then transition to the steel targets out at range. If you miss a steel target, you're going to transition to your handgun, fire 2 rounds on paper, and then go back to that steel target. We're going to see what we can get for time. Here we go. Magnifier. Hey-oh. That's clean. Nice. 789, 5 rounds total. You gotta beat that, Gil. Oh my gosh. Man, that last one. You got it though, 28, 48. Did you use the magnifier or no?
Oh no, I did it.
Oh, okay.
That probably would have been smart to use.
Now, you've heard us mention a few times about how smooth and easy this gun is to shoot. Gil and I were both pleasantly surprised at how well the gun cycles and performs both suppressed and unsuppressed. The rifle is a little on the bulkier side, kind of like a SCAR. However, as you've seen throughout this video, it is very easy to manipulate. Speaking of manipulations, the IWI Carmel is a fully ambidextrous platform. That means that your reloads, your bolt release, and your bolt hold open manipulations can all be done from either side of the rifle. Alright guys, with the range footage out of the way, let's get into the specs of this new IWI Carmel rifle and how we have it set up. The Carmel rifle from IWI is a semi-automatic, short-stroke gas piston platform made from high-end steel, aluminum, and polymer. It is a fully ambidextrous platform with an adjustable gas regulator featuring 2 modes, regular and suppressed. The Carmel rifle features an aluminum handguard with M-lock positions throughout, allowing you to mount accessories like this Magpul vertical foregrip and the HRT AWLS weapon light with the Valhalla Tactica OTA switch. The rifle utilizes a 16-inch chrome-lined cold hammer forged barrel chambered in 5.56 with a 1-in-7 twist. You will also notice a non-reciprocating charging handle, enlarged trigger guard, and a side lock folding adjustable stock. Due to the platform being gas piston, you're able to fire this gun with the stock in the folded position. All right, guys, here in studio with the trigger gauge from Wheeler, we're gonna do a few pulls and see what kind of weights we're getting. I thought on the range it was around maybe 4.5. First pull, we got 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Let's enter that one. Reset the trigger, go again. 4 pounds flat, enter that guy. Do about 5 pulls. 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Four pounds, 9 ounces. And the last one, 4 pounds, 2.6. So it looks like our average there, 4 pounds, 3 ounces. So a little over 4 pounds, about what I was feeling out on the range. All right, guys, with the specs out of the way, let's get into the pros and the cons of this platform. The first things that I liked about the platform are the balance and the weight. The gun is not super light, however, it is not heavy as other gas piston platforms we have recently reviewed. The Carmel comes in at just about 8 pounds, which is 2 pounds less than the other guns we've been reviewing. The next thing for me is the trigger. As I stated on the range, when we took an in-depth look at this out-of-the-box 2-stage trigger, it is a very crisp and deliberate trigger. What I mean by that is it's very easy to feel the take-up, understand where the wall is, and then it has a nice break. Again, not super light, however, not heavy either. It's a good duty trigger in my opinion. Next up is the accuracy. I'm sure you all could tell from the range footage that I was pretty stoked on that grouping that we established at 50 yards with the Primary Arms SLX Prism. Being able to engage all of our targets from 50 yards all the way out to 165 yards easily with consistent hits is just a very satisfying feeling. I also really like how the gun performs suppressed. The Griffin Armament Gate Lock mounting system is one of my favorites as it allows you to utilize any A2 style muzzle device or flash hider. The Gate Lock system grabs onto that last ring of the muzzle device and attaches conveniently. I think that the new Griffin M4 SDL pairs really well with the Carmel rifle in regards to both function and aesthetics. We ran a little over 500 rounds out in the desert when it was 114 degrees last week and we did not experience any malfunctions. The majority of the rounds fired were suppressed. So overall, we did enjoy shooting the IWI Carmel rifle, and like I said previously, we were both pleasantly surprised about how the rifle felt and performed. Now, I think I did say this out on the range, but my only gripe is that the aluminum handguard does get pretty hot on the rifle. I only noticed it on the bottom portion of the rail as that is the only place where my hand was touching. The way I've configured the rifle with the vertical foregrip and the weapon light allows me to establish a C-clamp style grip with my support hand having very little contact on the rail itself. I think that if I were to install some rail skill handguards along the bottom, I would not really notice the heat. Additionally, I could run a glove, which also solve the problem. But we did want you guys to know that the gun does get hot, especially if you're shooting suppressed. Guys, with a short stroke gas piston operating system, this is to be expected. Now, before we end the video, I know that some of you are going to have questions in regards to the cost of this rifle. It's currently being sold for $1,699, so $1,700. You all know that we have reviewed rifles with similar features recently that were priced at about $1,300. So you might be wondering, well, what's the reason for the $400 price difference? I would attribute that additional cost to the fact that the Carmel rifle is a fully ambidextrous platform, which others are not. Also, the design using a mix of steel, aluminum, and polymer components in efforts to make the gun lighter and more balanced, and of course the IWI name. In my opinion, $400 is worth it for me to have the ambidextrous features, especially if you're a lefty, and also how the rifle performed in regards to accuracy. Now, I do hope in the future that we can see a Coyote Brown or a FDE variant, as I think it would go well with the Carmel name, maybe like a caramel colored Cerakote to go with the IWI Carmel rifle, a little play on words. I also hope that they bring the shorter barrel variants to the US market because this would probably do really well as a suppressed SBR. Well, guys and girls, that's going to wrap up our review on the new IWI Carmel rifle. Big shout out to our buddies Hector and Jeremy over at IWI. We appreciate you guys sending this rifle to us. We had a blast with it on the range, full pun intended. Guys, if you liked the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new here because we post new videos every week. We appreciate you checking out the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.